trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, I wanted to cover the NASDAQ. You notice it couldn't take out yesterday's high. We did it in the NASDAQ, did it with the sorry, folks. We did it in the Russell. We did it in the S&P 500, and we did it in the Dow Jones, but we did not do it in the NASDAQ. And as you can see, it's been the weakest ever since we started down here 4 days. Folks, this is only 4 days ago. If you'll remember, we made a prediction on this that was based on this particular pattern that is right here. That's where we were. We had this massive three-drive pattern right here. We had the 2 days down, and it looks like today was going to be an up day, but if it isn't, then we're heading down. Remember, from July 28th to August the 5th of last year, the market broke that much. So all I did was to put that in right here. Well, we're trading here, right about here, right now. Is where we're trading. So a little bit below that, and you could have a couple of really bad days in here. You could come into Friday, and this is going to be Friday in a down week. That's not going to be very good. We've taken out the lows in the Russell of the February and also in the January lows. I mean, the Russell's taken out this one. Hello, operator. That's why that's the one you want to be looking to short, because it's the weakest. All right, let's get back to work here and see some of the other stuff that we really need to cover. All right, we'll get this out of the way here. And we want to take a look at Tesla, because it is going below some real key spots here, folks. We warned you about that yesterday. I'll get the other. We got plenty of time to do all this. You can see we're making new lows here on the daily. It looks like we've got a pattern coming down here off of this AB. We'll just clean this out here for just a minute here, because everything I do is ABCD, folks. There's nothing really serious. There's your 382 retracement. You can see 0.44, almost exactly 382. And then here's where we're heading down, at least here to 272. And you go back here, you can see that's going to be a big 61% retracement. So another $20, this is going to be golden, I would think. So keep an eye on that. Remember, we were talking about that just a few days ago, that's all this was. This didn't look very good. Just like this 382 didn't look very good. So anyway, we'll see what happens with this. We'll get it out of the way. I'm going to be jumping around here to cover the things that are absolutely necessary. Apple is actually down on the day today. Big surprise. So want to use some of our tools is to watch for a little 382 rally on Apple. There's a possibility. We missed the big target up here, but the big gap down tells us there's something not going on. Now, here's one that we've been talking about that has not worked. Now, this is the daily here in the crude oil, and it worked for a while. And we were saying here to buy this right here at 68.74. Well, all we did, folks, you can see we're only it's only down a few points from where we were, but all the rally was able to do on this was nothing. I mean, this was not even a dead cat bounce. See, there was the buy right in here. That's it right there, and we were stopped out of it right there. So we took a 30-point pip or $300 loss in that crude oil pattern because it looked like it was going to hold, and it didn't. So you just stand aside. There's nothing else you can do about it. Let's take the one that hurts. All right, let's take a look here at the British pound. This is the one I like the best, folks. I've been talking about that for a long time. But anyway, this is the daily chart in the British pound, and we sold it at 126.26. I said to risk 100 points and got to 126. 271.56. So we did get stopped out of that. We took a loss in that, and boy, I really like that one. Was trading above the 38618 already. It's above the 382. This is a pattern that just failed, and that happens, and there's not a doggone thing you can do about it. So you just move on to the next one. Since we're talking about the British pound, we're going to get this cascaded up here so I can bring up the dollar index easily. And we can show you what the dollar index did today, because it was also trying to show what it has for power. There's the weekly chart. We've been here now 3 weeks, folks. We went a tiny bit. We went, the low was actually 106.04. If we look at this intraday, we're going to put an hourly up. We went down and matched that low right back here, 106.04. We're starting to try to hold up right here. I don't know what happened about an hour or so ago, because I was watching the British pound and using my old hope and pray technique, and it didn't work. So I switched over and said, I wonder what's happening to the euro. So I brought the euro up here, and I could see the euro had a big jump. This is a big move for the euro, folks, when it goes from 407.50 around 60 pips really high, and we took out this high. So if we look at this on the daily, this might be a real key day here for these things. Yeah, well, we did. We took out this high by one tick, shut the front door, and now we're down on the day. That's not a good sign. But by the way, I'm out of it, so nothing else I can do about it. So we'll move that one out of the way. We've covered the dollar index. Now we've covered the British pound. The next one we're going to cover is the Japanese yen. We've been on the right side of this for quite some time. Nothing's changed in here. We had the 382 retracement here back on February. It's still heading down. We're heading that low right here. Remember, this one was 78% of that move right there. Should draw it in, let you folks see it from your high right here. Oh, just a minute here. That's not going to work out. Let's get this up here. And you'll see there's where we are. There was your 78% level right about there. And I think that was pretty close, because we had two numbers right up there banging against. Yeah, there's your 1.27 number right there. And then boom, there was your first 382. There's your second 382. And this was good because this one took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And boy, those are the kind that you like to see. We'll get to it. If the markets ever continue to go down, we'll cover some of that as we go through looking at it. So get that out of the way here. And let's move on to the next one here, which is hold on just a second, the gold market. We got to show you the gold market because this has been a real razzle-dazzle, folks. This is one we talked about in the video so very, very much. Look, last night we rallied up to the exact 61% retracement of the high that we made way back there. Look at that. How hard is that to look at? There's your high, there's your low, there's your exact 618 right there on the money at 44. The high was 42.70 was the number. The high was 42. Then we had the mysterious 382 pattern right here in the middle of the night. There it was right there. That was the 382 off of here. This was a fast tick. It was so fast you had to have your order setting in there, and then bang, down it came. And the objective was 29.08. We got down to 29.04, and then whoops, we had a heck of a rally. Now, as we look at this rally unfold, and this is helpful when you're intraday trading, folks, because we have some tools that really tell you whether the trend is going to be really strong or not. And of course, one of those tools will put the 8-minute. Oh, we got a break here. We'll cover it. We'll get right back here in just a moment here, and we'll cover some of this information that you may or may not like. I happen to like it, but what the heck? What do I know?
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, reversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs, trade wars, analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento over the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are February 14th and 28th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, we're going to look at the gold market here. Now, when we talk about ABCD patterns, usually an ABCD pattern will work exactly about 60% of the time. But the other 40% of the time, it either fails dramatically or the CD leg is going to be different. When you have wide-ranging bars coming into your target right here, it's almost an assurity. Well, it is an assurity that it is going to go, the CD leg is going to be bigger than the AB leg. That's just part of what mathematics and geometry is all about. So Ensign built this pattern in here so that I can change the CD leg to 1.27. And he put that in and take a look at it and look where it goes to. 29.02, the low was 29.03. Now that's pretty close, isn't it? And now we've had a rally. Now here's another tip if you're trading short term, which I certainly like to do. When the market explodes like this, when it goes boom right here to the 382 in a matter of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and stops right there and then backs off a little bit. I actually sold that one and I end up getting stopped out at break even. But that's when it got to that point right here. When it backed off right there, there's the key. So what I'm going to do now is go to the shorter time frame so you can watch the market, how it unfolded. There was the bottom. The market rallied up, and there was that 382 right there. Remember, this is 16. It took about 15 minutes for this to happen. But remember, you're playing here with the big boys, so you got to be able to fix your losses occasionally. Well, it went to 50%, not 382, but it was not there very long, and then it did the same thing. And here's what's happening. Look at this. It's doing the same thing all day long. There's one pattern right here. Doing that. Now, how many dollars is that? That goes from 19. That's a $7 swing. What does it do the next time? $7 swing. What does it do the next time? $7 swing. What does it do the next time? Well, it's off balance. Now, we did it 1, 2, 3 times in a row, and now we're starting to move higher. So let's look at gold on the hourly chart to see where we're going to be coming here, because we made a major top up in here, folks, I believe. And but the key is the fact that we came down here $80, folks, in a day and a half. And now look what's happening. You can see we have easy to see, easy peasy. There was your low today. If you looked at that just on the basic of a little Gartley, you can see there was the bottom right in there, that same bottom we were looking at right there. There's your 786, came in within a heartbeat of that exact ABCD pattern. And there it is, right there. 06 missed it by $4. Now, folks, you can't follow all the things like this. It's impossible. Computers might be able to do it, but I personally can't. I watch 4 or 5 things about as closely as I can find them, and that's what I'm watching for. So here's my next play in the gold. If I believe that there's a lot of ABCD patterns in gold, which in fact there are, then we got another one we're looking at right here. There's your A leg, there's your B leg, there's your C leg, and your D leg is going to come up right here. So we're going to draw it in so everybody can see it. So if it gets there, today's Wednesday, it gets there on Friday, maybe when we have our live trading, which we'll be doing live trading. There's your 61% retracement. There's your ABCD 2047. Remember, mathematics precedes geometry, so I'll probably be selling 29.44 with a stop at 29.54. But I'm going to try to be a buyer in here somewhere, because look how quickly it rallied. I mean, we've rallied a whole harmonic number already in 4 hours. So that tells us if we get a little bit of a pullback in this, and we'll just get back to that smaller time frame again. Remember, years ago we didn't have this kind of stuff, but we've had this run like this. If we get a 382 pullback here, either today or tomorrow, watch for that, because that's going to be an interesting spot, because the market is extremely strong. We haven't even come close to a 382 anywhere in here. So that's the key to be watching these things to get you moving in the right direction, okay? So we'll get this out of the way here, and we talked about the gold. Now I want to talk a little bit about silver, because silver had something very unusual happen the other day when everything else was getting killed. We'll get this hourly chart up here in silver. And we brought that, I think, to the folks' attention, is when we came down here in silver, we came down to the exact 1.618 expansion of that whole range from early February, from the 16th to the 20th. That 4 days, it stopped exactly here. Now, here's your A, B, C, D pattern. And there's your same example here. You're coming down very, very hard. So what do you have to do? You have to come up and increase your CD leg to 1.27. And hold on, after you do this stuff about 100 times, folks, it comes second nature. How close do we come to the bottom? 31.53, and the bottom was 31.59, 6 cents from the exact bottom. And since that time, look what's happened today. Move this up a little bit. We've had a pretty big run. Now, this is the one, if you're going to sell something, this is the one you want to sell, because you can see how weak it is compared to everything else. So you've got this pattern right here that's unfolding. So we're going to move this over like this, put this down like this, and this is the one you want to be watching. Let's go to a 4 hour, and we can see it really clearly, I think. There it is. There's what you want to be seeing. Okay, there it is right now. There's your high that you're dealing with. So you're going to have here an X, AB equals CD, and it should stop right there. And let's see, that is up about another 20 cents from where we are right now, which would be equal to about another $20 in gold, would be my guess. So put this on the bailiwick to watch, because that's going to be very important. You got 2 things going for you. You got an ABCD pattern in a bear market, correct? Gartley said on page 222, these are the ones that you want to work with. Those are the ones that are the best. I thought that was going to be the best with the British pound, but it just didn't work. So you got to move on to the next one. And speaking of moving on to the next one, we have to get up here and talk about our good friend, the wheat. And let's, here it is right here. If you remember, I said to buy the wheat down there at 585, and it got there pretty nicely at 585, and I said you had to put a stop at 575. But we had this little tiny, the buy was right here, folks. Then the market rallied and came down and made a lower low. On the video last night, let me put this up on a smaller time frame so you can see what I was trying to tell the folks here. So we had the buy that was right there. Okay, the buy was here. Then we rallied up here last night, and I sent the video out. I'd seen this happening, and I said, well, what we've got to do now is to keep our stops as close as possible. So what I suggested we do is to take a $300 loss, 6 cents in the wheat, And that you can see, that's 5 cents from where we are right now. I'd rather take the loss because it's below where we want it to. The pattern is failing, so I have to stand aside on that. The most it gave you as a profit potential was only $450. Well, if you're risking $500, you got to have equal, and it didn't quite get there. So that's one of the factors that we had working with that. So we had 2 hits today: the euro, the British pound, and then also the wheat. Well, we've had some good ones today, so that sort of makes up for it, little by little as we're watching these things unfold here. Now, we've covered the Apple, we covered Tesla, we covered the Dow Jones. What else we got here? Oh, we got a break coming up. Let me get the clock on the wall to see what we're going. We might have Paula Douglas as our guest today. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping. We'll be right back, and we've got some more things to talk about future things that may or may not be happening. So bear with us.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
back, folks, and we have Paula T. Webb in the house. Paula, how are you doing, dear?
I'm doing great. How about you?
That's good. I'm doing. So I was thinking of you today, Sarah, because sorry, Sarah's in the other room. I'm got a little bit of a cold, folks, so bear with me. I remember when Mark used to come over here every day in the 6 years we lived a couple blocks away and we worked together. I had a run of about not 11 or 12 days where I had a losing day. I had all my charts done, and he was standing behind me. I said, "Look at this, Mark." I said, "I got all 5 of these." I said, "These are absolute home runs. This is going to be fun." And he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "It ends today." And I said, I made a comment that I can't say on air. And I said, "Why would you say something like that?" And he said, "Larry, it's the tone of your voice." We were so much in tune together that he knew that I was overconfident, and it was 0 for 5. I had five losers in a row. And I said, "Oh my God." I said, "This is scary." So I had a couple today. So I was thinking of him as that was going on. Paula, the reason why I've asked you to come on today is because one of the biggest fears, the 4 fears that people have, the greatest fear for really great traders is the fear of missing out. And I know you were involved with that from the very beginning. Now, Paula, tell them a little bit about your background. I mean, a lot of you folks here are new listening, and you should listen to what Paula has, because she's been in this business, since she was about 6 years old, because she's 46 now. So, yeah, that's about right.
Right.
Anyway, it's been, 35 years? Or at least 35 years, maybe more.
Yeah, I got into the industry in 1980. That's when I worked for the Mid-Am. I ran the floor operations, and that was the first exchange in Chicago to offer mini contracts before it was absorbed by the Merck Group years later.
Oh, wow.
But then, of course, the trading bug bit me, and I learned from some of the best and the worst floor traders on how to trade. And I started out trading the mini T-bonds at the Mid-Am. And so, before going over to the big boards. So, it's in my blood, just like it's in everybody else's blood out there, and yours, Larry, and everybody we work with and talk to. So it's a passion that doesn't die. It's part of who we are. We breathe, we live it. It's part of our cellular structure. And like you said about Mark, it was the same with him, and that's how he could tune into where people are at, and that's what I do as well. Is it's pretty easy for me in the first couple minutes, usually like yourself, Larry, to know what's going on in a trader's mind. And it's pretty easy to extrapolate where they need to go or what they need to look at to deflate a lot of the limiting energy in any kind of fears they may have. And it doesn't matter what the fear is fear. And fear always comes from they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose. And nobody likes to lose.
People don't realize that this business is, they said it was always, 80% psychology. I think it's closer to 95% psychology.
Absolutely.
Because you and I have seen that through the years, that people come into this business with baggage, and they don't realize that baggage is really important. You've got to be able to work through it. You might not be able to get rid of it, but at least you got to be able to look at it and say, well, maybe I ought to get out of this or something, because unless you're mentally focused on what you're doing and doing your homework all the time, it's really tough to make a living in this business. But if you get your act together, it can be a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Exactly. I mean, as you know, Larry, Mark kept a daily journal, and he meditated every day. I mean, I created a meditation for traders, which, is a huge seller. So, doing some self-reflection, guys, to all of you guys listening, is really a key element to you knowing who you are, why you think the way you think, why you're reacting the way you're reacting. And then, so once you know that, then you can say, okay, well, I don't need to think that way anymore. I don't need to react like that, because it's counterproductive to growing my equity. So it's not a hard thing to do, to take a look at yourself. But if you really want to be, that warrior trader, to take the title from my new book coming out, if you really want to be, because we are going into battle every day in the market. Yes, it is a battle, and we need to have our armor on. And your armor is knowing what you think and why. So that's kind of, our approach moving forward here is making sure that all of you traders have the correct armor you need, go into battle and be that winning warrior that you are inside already.
Well, that's the whole secret to it. The problem is most people don't do the work, Paula. You know, and they want something handed to me. Tell me where to buy, tell me where to sell, and you take the responsibility for it. Well, that's not what trading is all about. This is a great business, but responsibility rests on your shoulders, not anybody else's. So they have to realize that, and sooner they realize that, they're going to be better off, because you can blame people all day long for all the things that are going wrong in your life or whatever. But frankly, if you're focusing on what you're supposed to be doing and doing the work yourself, you're going to be just fine.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We're going to have a break coming up for a little bit, but I don't. In fact, let me check the clock here. I don't check. I get so entitled to listen to this stuff. We got 2 minutes. Tell the folks how they can reach you and some of the things that you can offer to them for free, so they can look at some of the stuff that you do, because it's really helpful in your trading. I mean, I've known you so long, I just take it for granted. But tell the folks some of the stuff that you're doing and what you're working on.
Well, you know, we just updated our third book. It was The Complete Trader. Now it's called Key to Power Profits, and you got the first copy off the press, Larry, last month. And we've got another book coming out, The Sacred Path of the Warrior Trader, which is really going to be dynamite. We're getting great reviews on it already. And, you know, we're also providing life coaching for the relationships in your life. I mean, as you know, Larry, trading it takes over your whole life. And we've never really advertised that, you know, the life coaching part of it. But, you know, just to mention one name in particular, Robert St. John, how much life coaching did all of us give him? And, you know, so the point is that I'm advertising that now. I'm making that available to traders, that a lot of times traders need to draw up a contract with their spouse or their fiance or their family. You know, give me a year to see if this works out. You know, things like that. So we do that type of stuff, and it really works out well. So you can always just go to the website, take advantage of the introductory call, send me an email. You know, I'm open, you know, to helping everybody, because this is my passion. I want you to be just as successful a trader as Mark was, as I am, as you are, Larry. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys in whatever ways we can, because we want you to succeed. Just, you know, that's how much we care about this industry. Okay, we really do care. And so anyway, I'm at paulatweb.com and or markdouglas.com. It's going to lead you right to the website, and, you know, get a hold of me. Have a chat.
Thanks, dear. We're going to have you on soon. We're going to have you a regular basis, at least every 2 weeks, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right. Paula T. Douglas Webb, or Paula T. Tomasini Webb Douglas. I think I got all 9 of the numbers, all names together. I love you, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, reports, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, I've been asked to explain why I'm looking at this pattern here from August of last year. You see from the 28th of July down to the 5th of August, okay, that was 1, 2, 3 trading days. You can see how far we broke in 3 trading days. Now, here we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days into this move right here. I think we're getting ready to repeat this move right here. Okay, that's what I think is going to happen. And if you move that over and put that in right there, that tells us that we could get all the way down to this level right here. Now, could that possibly happen in a few days? Well, a little bit of bad news, and that's all it takes, because stop and think, we went from 5650, we dropped 400 S&P points in 3 days. All it takes is some bad news. You know, maybe they don't find any gold, and gold not, well, that ain't going to happen. But if we take this low out right here, you see, that's the low we have. There was your 382 today. If we just looked at this on the hourly basis, you'll see there's it. Now, here's how you come up with that pattern. So you just come up and see this is where we might be going. So, whoops, there she is right down there, 57.72. That's not very far. Folks, we did this in 1, 2, 3 days, okay, 21 to the 24th. And, of course, we got a Friday coming in here 2 days from now. Your ABCD measures down here to right there, and that is 200 handles lower than where we are right here. If the market can drop 200 handles like this, it can go 200 handles like this. The first key is if it gets below here. Right now, it's not below that, but if it does, then that's a bigger, that's even a bigger picture to look at. All right. Now, let's get back here and take a look at that Treasury bond to see if that darn thing I saw the fill, but I didn't see what happened afterwards. So let's get that back up here. Take a look at it. Just 1 second, folks. I'm going to jump around here a bit. Got too much stuff to cover today. There's so many things happening, and when you're trying to look at so many things, it's not an easy task. I hope that you're able to join me Friday for the live trading between noon and 12 o'clock New York time. If you are interested, contact Jacob, Jacob, at TFNN.com by email, and he'll set you up. And you'll be entitled to I do 2 a month, the 2nd and 4th Fridays of every month. I'll be doing this for just a little bit longer, and then that'll be it. Okay, here's where we are. Let's see if we've got, it's gone above our level here, so we might get stopped out of this one. We're almost, we sold it at 03, and our stop is above this 1.618 level. So there's where your stop has to be. So you got to risk 13 pips, which is $450. We sold it at 03. That was the number we were looking for. And if you remember, it was on that smaller time frame, but there is the stretch number of this right here is going to take us probably right there. There's where we were looking at it. So that's what we're watching right now. So we sold it at 03. Our stop is at 13. That's 10 ticks. Right now it's out $90. And sometimes it happens that way. Sometimes it doesn't. You just never know. Okay, now let's get back to someone asking me a question about another stock, which is Goldman Sachs. This is in the news all the time. They're blaming Goldman Sachs for everything, folks. Why, I don't know, but hold on a second. There it is right here. This has been under a great deal of pressure. And then today it's actually doing pretty good. Well, it's down now, but here's another example. Look at this. We had the big move down. There was your 382 in Goldman Sachs. Isn't that helpful? There was the target. Wow, that's pretty good, right? So what's it doing? It's just going back and making another little, probably a 382 off of the last 382 that it made right back here. And how long are you there? There it is right there. And that, folks, if you learn how to do these are actually pretty, they're a great deal of fun. Now, this was a good bottom in here, but, we start taking this out just like we're doing. Look at Tesla, folks. Tesla is under tremendous pressure. Let me get this thing up here. I had it here just a second ago. Here it is right there. Tesla's right there. Remember we were just talking about it. It was at 300. Look at it now. It's at 293. Just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. Put that hourly up. I think that's the one we were watching. Hold on here. We've got new lows in the Russell here, which is good. All right, hold on here. So get this up here. Yeah, we're still heading down. We're going down to this level right here, 268. We already did that on the daily. That's certainly where it's going to be going, maybe even lower. I don't know. But there's a 268 to 272. That's the number you want to be watching. That's see, so 17 bucks from where we are right now. And stop and think, that's not much when it's already dropped $14 today. So 27, that's 14, 24. It's $20. So that's a pretty substantial move here that we're paying attention to. Okay, now let me get this up out of the way here. I just heard the beeper go off on the Russell. Now the Russell gets below here. It's going to be pretty tough, I would think. But we have to wait and see how that's going. And I could be 100% wrong on this, but right now it's working in the right direction. So, why fight it? That's the real key. And it could be that it could be hitting everything, folks. We've got a second here. I've got to show you this. I don't do this very often, but where is it? Here it is right here. This is one that I've been watching for quite some time here. This is through I'm watching Bitcoin. Hold on, I'll get this up here. And just a second. I'm not used to using this very much yet, but there it is. There it is. Now, we've been talking about this there's your head and shoulders pattern. There's your head. There's your left shoulder. There's your right shoulder. Look where the right shoulder comes in, folks, if you like this kind of stuff. You might get tips from people saying, this looks like it's going to go to the moon. Well, let the numbers tell you where you are. There's your 382 comes in. Top that right there. Right there. Okay, now what that tells us is we're getting really close to a bottom here in the crude oil, Bitcoin. And the reason for that is if you just take this, and this is a $3 trillion market, folks. So it's not something to take advantage of. So there's your AB leg right here. You got your CD leg coming down real hard, okay? That tells us that we're going to be down here about another. It's trading at 82. It's going to get to about 80, another couple $1,000 lower, except the fact that we have all these wide bars like this, okay? That tells us that this might be something that's really, really something. So let's look at this quickly on the yearly. And there it is right there at 180. Let's clean out this out so we don't have to look at it. And we'll look at it this from a standpoint of corrections. This is all part of what's in the... shut up there, boy. Get out of there. Just give me this one in here. I don't like the way this thing is set up. It's set up backwards, and why, I don't know. But, brother, just a second. Okay, there's the fib retracement. I just mark it right there and go up to that level right here and bring it over. See, they've got it on the wrong side. So the 61% retracement comes in here at 73. So there's the ABCD right here. If it extends down, and look at this, against all of these hold highs right here, oh boy, that's got to be major, major support. Below that, below that, it's lights out in Crypto City. So I don't know anything about a crypto, never traded it, don't know how to spell it, but that's what we're looking at. Let's take a little break here and see what we're doing here as far as the old clock on the wall. And I've already lost the clock on the wall, so I'm going to have to figure out where I am with that. And I'm not going to worry about it. So hold on one second, folks. I got to clean some of these up here to see where I am. And now I know where I am. Stay tuned for the rest of the show, and I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is from the Foundation for Study of Cycles. It's from Martin Armstrong from Armstrong Economics. As you know, he's one of the most highly sought after and highest paid subscriptions that you can get on the street. And he's been around for a very long time. He's a couple years younger than me, but I've met him a few times. He's extremely extensively into astrology and physics and cycles. The thing here I want you to see is this is the 3 drive pattern, 3 top patterns, the triple top. That's what we just seen in the S&P, if you remember. This is how it usually ends up. You notice he bases all of his cycles on, guess what, folks? Mandelbrot's lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. We call it AB equals CD. Now, these dates are pretty good, but frankly, this is 2028. Here was July. It says we're going to come down into the 25th, half into around July of 25, and then rally up into 2026, and then the big low is going to be down here 4 years from now. So he's looking for a 4-year move, folks. I'm just showing you information here. I just wanted to see this triple top. That's all I wanted you to see, because that's what we've just looked at here in the S&P, and it tells us that we're getting ready to see something like this. It should end up here sometime in the next 10 days or less, and whether that happens or not. So that's pretty much it, what I wanted to cover today. So I want to thank all of you for helping, listening to me, and also to try to do something for your neighbors, folks, because everybody out there needs help. And always try to do what you can, because we all live on this earth together. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And I want to thank Paula Webb for being a show here today. She's a dear family friend, and she actually married Sarah and I, because she is a preacher. She's the chaplain for the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department in California. So live every day, folks. The attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow. Thank you very much.